Thank you. Coming before us now is Robert M. Killo for State Representative of the 10th District, and I hope I pronounced your last name right.
Well, it's a real honor to be here today. I really appreciate you putting on this forum. I know we have limited time, so I think the best thing I can do as a candidate is give you some access into my heart and the reason I'm running for state representative, or really my desire to be a public servant, more importantly. First and foremost, I believe to whom much is given, much is required. And I've been very blessed in the business community, in the nonprofit community, and in the education community to have a life that has been very blessed. It's a deep desire of my heart to give back to those that are in need. Secondly, I believe it's better to serve than to be served. And quite candidly, I believe as a public official, my number one responsibility before God is to serve people. And thirdly, I believe the good Lord gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. I believe elected officials are supposed to listen twice as much as they talk. So with that, I want to limit my comments and just say this. As a candidate for state representative and as a state representative for District 10, no one will work harder, no one will listen more, and no one will be more integrous because of God's grace and because of the passion I have for people, this state, this city, and for the people on the west side and east side and downtown of District 10 to come together. So I believe it's time for a new generation of leadership. There's a new city to be won, and I believe I represent that new generation. I'm one person, but we the people always have the power. It would be my honor to be a servant of yours in District 10 in Columbus. So thanks for this opportunity. With that, I'll field any questions you may have.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Unemployment is of great concern both locally and statewide. What steps would you take to help businesses with job creation for unemployed citizens?
Well, it's a great question. I serve as Vice President of the Early Learning Center in education. And why do I answer that with education? Because I believe it starts there. I believe education and the business sector have to work together. I actually served on the board of an entrepreneurial inner-city school with the goal of making sure that inner-city students have access to small business resources. And I really believe that small business owners are the lifeblood to the U.S. and the Ohio economy. And I would want to do everything I can to make sure we get the highest quality schools, get our children access to the best education business platform possible, and make sure we really drive a strong message of entrepreneurship, because it's really the small business owners and the educators connected together that I think can really address that unemployment issue.
Where do you stand on the woman's right to choose?
You know, I appreciate that question. I'm a deep man of faith. I believe I'm accountable before God for every decision I make, but I also believe I live and serve in a constitutional republic where it's not up to my personal desires as to what I want to see. I believe the citizens of District 10, the citizens of the state of Ohio, and the United States have to look to the law of the land, which is Roe v. Wade, which clearly says that there's reproductive rights for women. Until that law changes, I'm not going down to Columbus to focus on the issue. My issue is five things: safety, education, recreation, volunteerism, and economic development. If the law of the land changes and the people speak, I will support their interests, but quite candidly, I'm more interested in serving the collective whole and not just certain groups.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I would just say in the brief seconds I have in closing, it's an honor to be here today. I know that as an independent candidate, I live to a model that says, go not where the path may lead, instead forge your own path and leave a trail. I recognize that by investing in an independent candidate, that's something that this caucus, I'm sure, has never done before, so I appreciate the decision you would have to make, and I certainly honor the incumbent and the other two challengers who unfortunately couldn't be here today. But I would just say this: please take a look at my website, robertmkilo.com. You can learn everything you want to know about me, and please consider endorsing me, because I will work hard for you, not for lobbyists and not for political parties, but I will lay my life down for the people of this district. So I appreciate your consideration. God bless you. Thank you.